Now, my first topic is subject verb agreement. Now, subject is what? Subject is your noun or pronoun, and verb means at this level you have to check only singular or plural forms of verb. Now, if you study about the subject verb agreement portion, always remember the main things. Subject plus verb plus object. These three things are the main elements of a sentence. Now, verb is always followed by the given subject. If subject is singular, then we will follow the singular verb, and if subject is plural, then we will go with plural verb forms. Now, if I talk about the singular verb or plural portions, let's study some important things. Now, in terms of singular or plural, there are some important things which you should study. Now, uh, this I'm making in structure subject plus preposition plus object plus verb in remaining portion of the sentence. Now, if I see this structure in the sentence, usually we see subject, and after subject we see verb form. He is a smart boy. He is what? Verb. But if you see any preposition immediately attached with any subject, preposition means on, off, with, to, upon, etc. Now, if you see any preposition immediately attached with subject, then you should follow this sequence. In that case, the object should be used in plural, whether it is noun or pronoun. It should always be used in plural, and the verb should be used according to the subject only. Suppose if I say one of the students is coming. Now, one is what? One is your subject. Of is what? Of is your preposition. Student is what? Student is noun. Now, this is preposition, and object should always be used in plural. So we cannot write a student here. We must use plural form of students here. That is students. One of the students. Now, in case of verb, we will take the help of subject. One is what? Singular or plural? One is singular. Now, in terms of one, is should be used. So the correct sentence is one of the students is coming. Now, if I say, if I talk about another sentence, see, the Prime Minister with his ministers is or are coming. Now, is or are coming. Now, Prime Minister is what? Subject. With is what? Again, with is preposition. Now, ministers is what? Object. This should be plural. And the verb should be used according to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is what? Singular subject. That is why we will go with is, not are. So the correct sentence would be the Prime Minister with his ministers is coming. Now, note this structure very carefully. Now, if I talk about the change in the structure, nowadays in questions there is a minor change in the structure. See, there is another structure related with this. If any preposition is immediately attached with the subject and after that you see the superlative degree of adjective. Superlative degree of adjective. Superlative degree of adjective means est form. est form, not most, like best, strongest, greatest, these things. In this case, if you see the superlative degree of adjective, then object should be always in plural form, and now verb should also be used in plural form. Now, in this case, in superlative degree case, you don't have to see the subject. You should go with plural forms in case of object as well as verb. See one example. Ramesh is one of the best students that has done this. Now, Ramesh is one of the best students that has done this. Now, one is what? Subject. This is the normal scenario. Subject plus verb. You don't have to consider this. Now, at this point, you have to consider this structure. One is what? One is your subject. Of is what? Of is preposition. Now again, the best is what? Superlative degree. Student is what? Your object. Now, in this case, you have to use verb in plural form. You don't have to see that your subject is one. You will go with plural form of verb, that is have, in case of superlative degree. So, in structure of these two sentences or these two structures, the main difference is of superlative degree. If you see superlative degree, both the structures, object as well as verb, should be used in plural form. And if superlative degree is not here, then you should follow the first structure. You have to see the subject to find out the verb form. Clear? Note this. This is most important structure for exams. Now, coming to the second point. Now, the second point is, if I talk about the structure of a sentence, that you see a large number of, a great number of, like this, means A and of, A and of, A and of. If you see the combination of A and of, then always do one thing. The object should be used in plural, as well as verb should also be used in plural form. See, if I use a sentence, a number of students is or are coming, then see, here we see the combination of a and of. In that case, object should be used in plural, students is correct. And in terms of verb, you should always go with plural verb form, because a in general goes with the majority of the people, majority of the things. So the correct sentence would be, a number of students are coming. Here, see, just note this structure, A and of, combination of A and of. Now, if I talk about the next structure, see, if you see the structure like this, the number of, the variety of, the large number of, like this, the and of, the and of, the and of. Now, in this case, object should be used in plural as usual. And now here verb should be used in singular form just because of the portion. Just because of the portion. Verb should be used according to the. The will take the singular verb because the talks about the specific thing or person. Just note this. So clearly understand the difference between these two structures. If you see a number of a and of, then always go with plural forms. Object should be plural and verb should be plural. And if you see the number of, then you should go with object plural and verb singular. Clear? Just note this. Now, if I tell you about the word one, see, if I say about the structure more than one, now more than one means, our common sense says that more than one means two or more, and in English plural starts from two. Two boys, three boys, one boy. So plural starts with two. But in this case, if you see this structure or this particular word in the sentence, then always go with singular noun and singular verb, because the emphasis is on one. See, if I tell you that more than one boys were injured in the accident. Now, more than one boys were injured in the accident. Now, more than one boys is incorrect. You have to use boy. Were is also incorrect. You have to use was. So the correct sentence would be more than one boy was injured in the accident. Why? Because if you see this structure in any sentence, then always go with singular noun and singular verb. Note this. This is exceptional case.